So the question we get asked is, how much Natchemen do I apply to my garden beds or my lawn? For garden beds, you can broadcast Natchemen fairly liberally across established garden beds. Natchemen is not a volatile product, so there's no nitrogen in Natchemen. It's not a high analysis fertilizer, so you can safely spread Natchemen across your garden beds even when there's plants or shrubs already growing. When I'm planting plants, it's a great opportunity to put a double handful of Natchemen in the bottom of the hole, because that's a great opportunity to get the Natchemen underneath the plant, underneath the root system, to improve that soil structure so those root systems can go down over time. That also helps water infiltration soak through your soil, and it also helps that plant to retain moisture around the root system as well. The important factor here is applying enough product to generate a response. So a kilo per 5 square meters in a turf or lawn situation is actually putting on a fairly good rate, and that's going to generate a fairly rapid response or improvement in your soil structure. Now, how often should you apply in turfs and lawns? I like to put it on a couple of times a year. You're not going to hurt anything. After mowing's a good time, so that you're not going to pick that product up and send it out the gate. As I said, with your garden beds, the same applies to your lawns and your turf, is that you can apply Natchemen at any stage. It's not going to burn anything. You don't need to water the product in straight away. Again, it's not a volatile product. It's not going to go off into the atmosphere. You're not going to lose Natchemen when you apply it to your turf or lawn when there's no rain around. So it'll sit there, and time and rainfall and water will eventually take that product into the soil. Again, it's safe. It's not going to burn your grass either. What you're trying to do in your garden and your lawn is a program, so you might already be using some nitrogen. The key thing I'd like to stress there is don't overuse nitrogen. For every excess kilogram of nitrogen we apply, we burn up 100 kilos of organic carbon. So that's our soil health indicator in the soil. So just be careful with your nitrogen applications. Sometimes more is not better. Just keep a watch on the color of your grass. If you're using some high nitrogen products, just be careful. Rotate to some products with some sulfur, like some ammonium sulfate or Gran Am. A little bit of sulfur with your nitrogen works really well. And quite often when your grass may be pale in color, it actually may not be a nitrogen deficiency. You might actually be seeing a sulfur deficiency. So just have a little think about that. It's important to sort of mix up your fertilizer application rates to both your garden beds and your lawn. There's about 102 minerals and trace minerals in the soil. Quite often we're only applying 1, 2, 3 or 4 nutrients to our soil. So the advantage of using Natchemen in combination with your garden and lawn program is that Natchemen's delivering 65 minerals and trace minerals. As I said, there's 102 in the soil. So that just takes you that one step further from getting away from just using products with nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. Obviously, if you're growing fruiting products, vegetables or flowers, potassium is very important for that reproductive function in those plants, and for fruit fill and those sorts of things as well. The key factor is Natchemen. You can't overuse Natchemen, but be very careful with your high nitrogen phosphorus type products, because you can overuse them. Phosphorus is a nutrient that doesn't move very far in your soil, so if you use products with too much phosphorus, you can actually create some problems by accumulating phosphorus in your soil. So just watch that one as well. And as I said with nitrogen, a little bit of nitrogen is great. It'll generate growth, but our natives and some of those other plants don't like a lot of nitrogen, and if you overdo nitrogen, you can actually sort of impact on your soil structure and your soil biology as well. So in soil nutrition, we like to say that 1 + 1 doesn't always equal 2. Anyway, I hope that's been of use. Good luck with your gardens and your lawns at home. Look, if you do get stuck, give us a call. Go onto the website. There's a lot of information out there. A lot of councils and sporting fields are using Natchemen. You can buy Natchemen in your local rural stores and produce stores. If they don't have it in stock, ask them to get it in. Go onto our website at agsolutions.com.au, or ask your local rural store or produce store to contact Ag Solutions, and we'll happily give them the details and information about how they can get Natchemen in there for you to use. Good luck, happy gardening. Gary Zerner from Ag Solutions. Bye for now.